We have enjoy. I enjoy. What is this? Enjoying what? Enjoy. Like, been way too high at a concert. Okay, that's what I enjoy. These are things I enjoy doing. What's wrong with this? That's what I said. Oh, I had these over here I didn't even recognize. I mean, I know them because they're in my life every day, but I didn't recognize them. That's what I said anyway, that I didn't recognize them. I'm not sure that's what I meant, though. Yeah, been way too high. Okay, and, you know, or this was a plan, like, okay, we're going to go here, we're going to stop there. We're going to go see my boy, my girl. We're going to get a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little that, and the fruit loop, right? And then what happens? Because there's, well, it's unfortunate, but it helps people recognize this type of behavior and to steer clear of it when you know that you're worth more. I'm having a hard time making plans. Are you at concerts by yourself? I mean, I don't know what kind of high you on. Whatever you got, this motherfucker's like, I'm gonna walk 16 miles now. Yeah, I mean, shit. And you know what it could have been? You could have been. This is what you must be one of them. And it feels to me like you are always the good time. You're always going through something. But you being high and music, something like that, where what's it? Crucify me. Vern, they put your name, bud. Look at you. Hey. There was a guy named Vern that worked at Applebee's. Yeah, I don't know if you're still here, brother. But hello, if you are. Any children, any family members? Hello. Yeah, it's like I'm high. And then I think you were the one at some point who always had car problems. I feel like this is tickets. You could live in the city and shit. But it's like, you know, they thought that you were always going to need them for rides. Now, you could even work there. Somebody works there and have some kind of pull. You don't see the value in that? Isn't that something? Like, they have the car. You don't see that there are multiple gears here. It's always those people who are like, no, but without the car. Well, we get there with the car. We couldn't afford the tickets full price. We won't be able to get the fuck in. Now all we do is just drive somewhere just to be stuck. You know what I mean? The only way to walk away from this gaining wisdom is to go, you're a little bit right. I'm a little bit right. Huh. And the feeling that you get, I don't have to be all right, just enough right. Right. This is someone going, hey, we're going to carpool. Like, we carpool at work, you know. And I have to refrain from putting my hands around your neck every morning. It's not just coffee in here anymore. And it's not just liquor, you know what I mean? Little toot. And I'm leaving early today. This is justice. This is, I'm going to walk, or how about this? I'm going to hitch a ride my boy. We're going to go get a drink, and he's going to go out with his friends, but he's going to drive. Something like that, where you steered from a plan. And that's a problem for somebody. Yeah, it's a problem for some cat, some miserable guy. Who is this? Does somebody work at the door or something? This also feels like I pulled strings. I don't know what these strings were. But you know those people, like when you have to tell me you pulled strings, now I doubt, one, not only how many strings and how long they were, but what are these strings connected to? I mean, this fucking string could be connected to the janitor. Please, don't make me say it. But you know what I mean. Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, some of the janitors are geniuses and you shouldn't be doing that, but thank you so much, because without those guys and girls, and without the trash men and women, we need to call it something else. We would be in trouble. Yep. All right, and I was shown the other day when they took the trash from my parents in the front of my parents' home, and the one trash can that had loose shit in it. You know, they're pretty good with keeping everything contained. A little obsessive compulsive, you ask me, but I'd rather have that than flies and freaking maggots all over my shit. So thank you. And for raising me right. with that being said, I go out there and the only trash can is the one with the lid off that doesn't, the lid's off, and why didn't you take it? And I'm thinking, okay, I always get benefit of the doubt. It's how I'm wired. Maybe there's some kind of thing where they're told don't take any trash anymore unless it's in a bag. It's all has to be contained in one thing. But the thing is, let's say that is the case. We didn't get this memo. How many things, that should be the next thing. I didn't get the memo, right? How many things where, my God, my life would have took a completely different turn had I gotten the memo. Hold on one second. Oh, beautiful man. I can feel you. Yeah, so this is, now I want to get you back. I'm going to invade your world happiness. That's what this feels like. Letters of, well, you prefer, does this come down to something where if you prefer to do a different, this is anything, what is this? It feels like taking things so personally to dangerous levels. Like if you prefer something else, this is before you would get ignored, or then it would grow to this. Like I guess maybe in 1800, it would start off with being ignored, yeah, and then it probably went to maybe a little bit of cocky banter. You know what I mean? At the bar, the local bar and shit, chairs being thrown, stuff like that. Then it goes to slander. You know, flattening your tires, flattening your horse, whatever. Whatever error, flattening your buggy, right. I don't think spark plugs for how far I'm thinking back, but who knows, man. Yeah, right, okay. But oh, letters, right. You can't even make a comment. They're saying this, I want to show you the words they're putting on your prefer and comment. Like, I find myself more silent. And this isn't necessarily my choice, although I feel like it could be working for me in more ways than it's not. I don't feel like going through them. I'm just gonna let this shit happen the way it's supposed to. You know, do this for once because the other shit's not working with me. The problem with this is this easy in, easy out flow shit. I want to believe that I'm that kind of cat where I can go with the flow. In fact, I feel like I even pose as that type of man or woman, right? But when it comes to this temptation, I can cause some ripples. Yeah, I can cause a ripple effect, I can. And then it hits me when I think about it from a galactic standpoint, like a viewpoint of energy and flow. And I think I am the one that's causing these disruptions in something that could potentially be great for me. Then you have this world card here where this is flow. It seems like this keeps going. And then there's this snake wrapped around this cat. You know, for some of you, it's who you're sticking your shit in is restricting the hell out of you. Well, it's you're spending time there at the very least. Let's take the whole. It's a contract, and I connected my cord to you. It's you. So you have to be there, correct? And this is valuable time that you could be spending with someone else. HNNH. You put it wherever you feel like putting it. Clearly, you do. This is, I don't ever get sick to a whole other level. I think that at some point it's some kind of deal that you make with this other thing where you are responsible with it. Will help your body heal. You know what I mean? You knowing you're sick or feeling like you're sick and then sleeping with people because you're angry and you don't like the look they gave you. That's a little bit different when it comes to supernatural healing. This is what I believe. I could be wrong. HNLIIL. And a 1, and a 2, and a 4. Was somebody trying to say which one is she, or and a 1, and a 2, and a 4? You could have asked how many. And am I? Him. is somebody called him as a joke. This is what I got. Hello, him. I don't know if it what has to do with it. Was that an ant or someone? Yeah. Why does that sound so similar to You always up to something. You always up to something, kid. I can look at you right now and tell you already up to something. Oh, Ida Mae Jones. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh, about face. That Henron. This is been high at a concert. I also see that somebody has been getting high way too much, and this feels like Rocky training. You know why? This just took a completely different turn. I don't think there's anything else I can get out of that last one. And it could, whoever this is for, it's a him. A him. Right. This is fatty. Somebody turned into a fatty. Yeah, we could do F-A-T-T-I. Fatties. There we go. I'll tell you what, though. I feel something really good from this, though. Where people who will be considered this are more. I don't know what this is that you're doing. I think you just don't care, really. And it's a different kind of I don't care what people think of me, because you said it, and I think he even believed it at some point, but you didn't feel it, you didn't live that shit. So this is different. This is you would have to. This is that going down to rock bottom. Well, how far could it get? Right? It's like my own kids mocked me, this, that, or the other. You start mocking yourself, and for those that are trying this, I wouldn't do it so much publicly as I would yourself in the beginning. You have to be comfortable with hearing yourself mock yourself. It's going to be a shock to you if you just pull this shit out of your ass, at Starbucks. Like, yeah, shat myself in line yesterday at Trader Joe's. Meanwhile, somebody just walked past that aisle and was like, was there this wasn't here yesterday. You know what I mean? It's that weird timing shit where now it's in their mind. You may want to practice doing this in the mirror. Tug. Oh. There are a lot of men and women who like something to hold on to. A lot of men, and women too, bone, skin, and bone isn't always. Usually they find each other. It must be a rocky ride. I'm telling you, having like two deteriorating crackheads having sex. I'll take Martha Thatcher on the coldest day of the year, please. Yep, I'll figure something out. That's what I do. Oh God, I can feel you again. Oh, you. I would kill 100 spiders just to be with you. Wow, there we go. Who is this now? I would kill 100 spiders to be with you. Sounds like a good deal, 100 spiders. But what happens if there's an invasion of spiders now? I mean, say we're into the thousands. What's up? What happens now? Tell me about. This is when craft and skill kick in. Oh, okay. I would kill 100 spiders just to be with you. This is, who's working on a home? This is important. This is actually funny for somebody. Where they're like, yo. I would go through anything. I wouldn't run from nothing if we went through it together. And somebody's gonna open up something and some rats are gonna run out and it's gonna be No, but it is one of those old dry attics and shit. Yeah, I'm telling you. Hey, look at this, the fucking 501. And I guess your initial reaction is that, right? Anybody's, I don't know. If you don't have a reaction to something like that, then you must have been through it. Right? This is justice. This is to me, this is standing up on a chair. The irony is, I feel more men going, it's me. My wife is sitting there with a bat in her hand and I'm off on the fucking stove. Listen, many of you took something from this that was not good. You know? It's like she's damned if you do and she's damned if you don't. Like, I don't even think that some of you did is you kind of laid into them afterward, but you took that initiative. You didn't even give him a chance, but I love it. You know, there's a good in both of this, on both sides, but some of these guys where they felt, yeah, a little demasculated. Demasculated? Yeah, that makes sense. Fucking 300-pound fucking weightlifter. You see the fucking Rock standing up on a stone. And you got, like, what's this fucking Macy Gray and shit with a bat with freaking nails sticking out of it. Oh, that sweet voice and shit. Wow. Yeah. This is even getting crazy. I don't know how many. It could have been 770. And this caused something. Is this person gay? Are you gay? This is where, please don't take things personal, because don't do it with me. I mean, I mock myself, and I just say what needs to be said, and so do a lot of you, and that's why you are, like, drawn to my channel, and even though you may not like me, you know, she's going to say something that's going to make sense for me, or it's going to make me laugh. So, look at it like that. This is, it was a snake for somebody. Oh, wait, the snake came right up out of the sink or the toilet. Look. Somebody just got up and felt that. They felt a little licky on something that shouldn't have been. Look at this guy. Look, if I put this here and I put this snake here, right? Look, this thing right out of the toilet. This seems like a toilet in like a Muslim, some fucking Arabian Nights. Whoa. And so fucker got up while he was going to the bathroom and just like tracks the rest of the way. Like, yeah. That's so funny. I don't know what else happened here. This shit was, well, the sun, what was up with the sun? Was it starting to go down? Like, oh man, I got about 2 hours before. Yeah, look, this is, I do feel like this is an area where you rely on the sun for light. This would be a call to abandon, would be. Would be a call. I don't know what that was. That was just me. Abandoning ship. Abandoning shit. Okay. You blood-sucking whores. Stay away from these blood-sucking whores. None of them give a shit. That's Copper. Copper Jennings. None of them give a shit. This one does. But don't put that shit on me. I hope he didn't done something illegal with a family member. Huh. And then after this, I'm gonna end it. We're already at 19 or something. Huh. Okay. Him. Somebody that does these illegal things with family members, they always get caught. It's as if you make these plans to get caught instead of getting away with it. It almost, here's the blueprint, and then it actually will say, sit in getaway car and take a nap. Relax. Yeah. This is what we call rest time, right? This is what we call, what was that shit for with Jennifer Aniston? With the accountant and shit? Yeah. Sometime, right? That's what it feels like. What are these illegal things? This is I don't, you know what? I don't even feel delusion from substances or a lot. This feels like delusion of never getting away with it is creating some type of farceness in their mind. Yep. Some weird sense of invincibility. Yep. No luck, no success, on the reverse, hermit. Now I stand alone. I barely stand alone. So now I go to the kids. Hope. I go to the kids. And I ask them to steal. Lie, cheat, steal. Some of these kids, they were asking for kids to shank. That's karma. Depending on who it is, just because they said they have a problem with them, that's not your problem with them. Now you're creating this war possibly with. This just doesn't need to be. It's real leaders and real bosses. They don't create wars. You know what I mean? They win them, but you don't create one unless it's absolutely necessary. Why would you bring all of that into your life? Part of being a boss and a leader is to be able to reap benefit for the leading that you do. This is, look, karma. I'm going to put the karma on the kids. They don't have anything else to do anyway. And this is Apple. This is the kind of thing where they're not going to amount to shit. And I use every other excuse except for the fact that I am their parent. You're never going to amount to shit. You're just like your father. Oh. Well, then I guess it's up to you to change that. Right? I guess you need to up your game then. That's what you're saying. Same thing for the men. You're just like your mother. Good enough for you to bang her, right? Here I am. Be firm. Be honest. Be respectful. I don't believe in being disrespectful ever, even to people who disrespected you, ever, because that says something about you and your character. It doesn't look bad on anyone else except for you. It's weird that people have that mindset. Now, disrespect, I guess you kind of say that there are different avenues of disrespect, right? There's public, saying something in public, which that's the disrespect that I guess I was talking about. I don't see where you outing somebody in front of a bunch of people. I'm more of a pull you aside, make an appointment, buy you lunch. When it comes to physical disrespect, that's a different story. It would depend. Some people like to call themselves the energy coming back, you know, and it makes sense to some of you who are assassins or just the ruiners. They call you that, right? I'll take it. We're needed. I see myself now as that demon that left and gathered. It depends. Don't do that. You're weakening your whole, this force that you've created by doing that. These are employees, basically, you could see, even if they are sublet, right? You're still connecting with them in some way. You want to help each other learn and grow. You never know. They may wind up, this is the kind of crazy thing where you may think someone else is now because of finances, but their skill set is overwhelming, that they are beneath you or lesser than you in some way, but they could wind up winning the lottery because they're doing what they have a passion for. And they carry that with them, right? They're not doing it for the money. They actually have a passion for murder. You need this. There's passion in everything. You know what I mean? to know what you would like to do. What's wrong and right to you may not be wrong and right to someone else. But this is someone who, this is what they're fated for, that they're fated to remove. You could call this another form of trash guy or girl. I don't like the word trash. It's uncomfortable for me. Yeah, create your own, right, amongst y'all. So, he's very good with knives. Cutlery. And, I mean, this is the carving master. Who is this? Well, somebody knew a person that had they were a butcher. This could be a woman who was like this. This is a strong, is this a mother or a grandma? She taught somebody how to do many things. She was either or was married to a surgeon and shit, but they both were gifted in things. And the things that they taught this child, I'm not even sure if you were their child. I feel like you were a neighborhood kid and that these could be restaurant owners or something like that. But they both taught certain kids. And listen, I don't feel like the intention was we're breeding hitmen. But they took these gifts, they took these tools, and they created a craft. Been way too high to concert. You don't plan. These are the impulsive assassins. Well, no, they're not impulsive. Other people would call you impulsive, instinctive. I guess you could say it's impulsive. Is impulsive always bad? Impulsive just means quick, right before thinking. Isn't that what that means? Some people they don't work well like that. You get me thinking, and the way that I have to stay steps ahead, I'm not missing this train. Nope. So I get that. I understand that. Yeah, with the train, somebody worked on those types of, what are these called? Vessels. That's good. Thank you. Very strategic, right? They put the word there. I don't feel like picking it up. I don't feel like picking it. You know what I mean? I don't feel like doing it now. I was in the middle of this. All right. This was amazing, right? This is amazing. I feel like you had a hard time. This feels like people who would rather been in the judicial system and done this would have seemed with honor until recently, and we're somewhere else. I believe that, but all right. So my initial thing was I wanted to be bored or something like that, or a special what they feel like they're destined for, and something happened where it could have been a lifestyle that came with that now, or when you were involved, it's a certain type of lifestyle that I didn't want. You're more closed off from the world. It seemed like it was a lot of partying, group things. It almost felt like I was being inducted into something, right? So I decided to venture off into my own thing, and somebody stumbled across some Capillan, right? We're a little bit of everything. Nope, but we're the fruitcake, right? And this is, for those who stumbled across groups like this is what you've attracted. You're exactly where you need to be. It may be a little uncomfortable, but it doesn't, is it? It's a head thing. You've been through discomfort, right? So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to look at that discomfort and compare this to, like, this is nothing. All right. Right? How bad do you want it? Hey, listen. With the smile test, there's some people, and I'm not sure, but they said when you were taking the smile test, and then afterwards somebody said, you can smile now, right? It was very smart. I'm not sure if they knew how smart they were being, but it tested you again to how submissive that you were going to be in things that you don't need to be submissive for. right? If somebody says, no, you can smile now, and you smile, it kind of shows that it was an act, right? They want it to be so that your mind is always on business. There are going to be things where it's going to be funny and people are going to laugh, but you're there for business and it doesn't look good if you laugh. So you're going to have to go somewhere else in your mind. You're going to have to think about something that makes you irate. You're going to have to listen to demons, if that's what you're into, singing the Requiem, right? Think of dark demonic opera in your mind and distract yourself from the test. And you can do this with every time you're in that situation. But yeah, you would be better off not smiling. See what you do in that situation, right? Because usually these people are intimidating. They are. I wouldn't do it. And yeah, it's just me. All right. That's it. I'm done. All right. Yep, I'm done. Hope this helps you.